Well, Charlie, on this special edition, of course, and we mentioned at the very beginning of our program that we've got some exciting new things coming up in the Continental area. A new era, if you will, in professional wrestling.
It surely is, Gordon, and I think that the wrestling fans here in the Continental area will thoroughly enjoy the news they're about to receive, because you and I have viewed the tape with Jack Curtis.
Yes, indeed. We're going to turn now to our general manager, Mr. Jack Curtis, and he's going to bring you some news that I think is really going to please you. Let's go to the offices of Jack Curtis.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've called this press conference because I wanted to wait until I was ready to be able to announce these new changes. They're very important, and I felt like that I needed the time to get them right. Our area here in Continental has grown so much in the past few months that we wish to change our name. We have expanded our operation outside of Alabama into Mississippi, the edge of Georgia, and the panhandle of Florida. We feel like we've outgrown our name, and we're going to change our name. So from this day forward, we will be known as the Continental Wrestling Federation. In so doing this, we have also decided that we felt it was necessary for us to recognize one world's champion. I've been in negotiation with Stanley Blackburn, who is the president of the AWA Wrestling Organization, and they recognize the world's champion, Curt Hennig. We, too, are now going to recognize Curt Hennig as the world's heavyweight champion. I felt that what we needed to do was to determine some fair way for Continental Wrestling Federation's new champion. So what I have done and what I'm going to do is to ask all the champions who are presently in the Continental organization, and that's Dirty Dutch Mantell, who holds the Continental title, Lord Humongous, who holds the Southeastern title, and the Dirty White Boy, who is the current Alabama state champion. I have asked these gentlemen to turn in their titles and vacate the positions, making all titles void in the Continental Wrestling Organization. We need to do this so that we can determine a true champion, and there will only be one. So we have designed a tournament, and I am opening this tournament to all the challengers throughout wrestling in the United States and foreign countries if someone wishes to enter. All these organizations may send as many contenders as they like, or whoever would like to enter. We will have tournaments, and as soon as we can determine the number of people that are going to be entered, then we will start setting the matches, and we will do that with pairings and drawings. We'll keep you up to date on exactly what we're doing. But the idea is to determine one person who will be the true champion. And, of course, he would be the contender for the world's title, so that when the champion is available and he comes to the Continental area, that's who he would wrestle. Now, we've not determined a site for the finals. Since I have released this information, there are a couple of buildings who have already contacted me and would like to have this. So I'm not able at this time to tell you exactly where the finals will be held, but we figure that we'll take the top 8 or 10 men who survive the tournament, and we'll end it up in one night's finals in some large facility within the Continental Wrestling Federation area. I'm doing this for the fans. I think that you will enjoy our wrestling much more with one true champion, and I feel like that this is the way to do that. That's the reason for the press conference. As you know, we're expanding. We have some new talent. And when I contacted the Memphis office earlier, they already threw me 2 names to enter in the tournament. One is Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, and the other is Jerry Lawler. So those 2 have already entered our tournament. And that tells me right now that the tournament could be one of the biggest and the best that's ever been held. I'm very happy about it, I'm very pleased about it, and if everyone cooperates, I think that we will have an excellent tournament, and we'll determine a true champion, and it'll be for you fans. Thank you very much.
All right, now, we heard some what I think are very exciting words from Jack Curtis, and I think it's really nice to know that Curt Hennig is now the recognized world champion, and he will be coming to the, well, as Jack Curtis said, the Continental Wrestling Federation area.
What an athlete Curt Hennig is, and also the fact that the belts will be turned in, and there will be one champion here in the Continental Federation area, Wrestling Federation. It's going to make a lot of great competition upcoming.
Yeah, a lot of tournament matches upcoming, and there are going to be some special stipulations on some of those tournament matches. Rest assured of that. And next week, of course, we'll have further information for you regarding the belts being turned in and how the tournament is progressing. One more thing I think we need to talk about. A fellow by the name of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
Oh, man, what a reputation this guy has. And on last week's program, it's still a little mysterious how a tape that I know our director Spruce had in his possession that was in that truck with him before we started the program, how it suddenly disappeared.
Yeah, I was going to show it to Mr. Gilbert to emphasize to all of you who are viewing just what kind of a gentleman he is and how some of his tactics are rather dubious. Well, I'm pleased to say that we found another copy of the tape. The other one has not yet been located, but we went back to the source and took from the master another copy, and we'll be showing that to you a little later on in the program. Now it's time for a commercial.